Welcome everybody to the next Draw With Me. Today I'm going to do a voiceover. Let's get started with the flowers. This is a beautiful field of tulips. I'm using pastel rose to create the little buds of all the flowers. We need to make sure that we leave spaces in between the flowers for any greenery. But where the flowers are further away, there will be less spaces for greenery. Therefore, you can make a block of colour. Work your way forward, keeping spaces nicely randomised as we draw. Next, we're going to use the calamus colour. Try creating oddly shaped dots to map out the places of the flowers and leave small random gaps for greenery. Onto French Vermilion. This is the first colour that'll end up close to the view line. Therefore, start making these flowers bigger and bigger the closer they become. I found it easy to create a circle shape or oval shape that was quite closed to represent each tulip. Canary yellow next. Draw a U shape but very close together, almost like the oval I mentioned previous. If it looks too uniformed, just add some more in random places and make sure that you get larger as they get closer to you. This will create a realistic effect. Now this next row is effectively right in front of you if you were standing in the field. That gives you this perspective of seeing the flowers head on. So we need to create a rainbow type arch as we colour in the flowers further away. Then as we get closer, we fan them out, but still in the rainbow shape. This shows you that the flowers are not all point in the same direction upwards. Take as much time as you need with this as well. Have fun with it, find it relaxing, there's no need to rush. The next two rows are in the same light peach tone. As we head towards the left, we need to start creating a direction the flowers would most likely lean. Lean direction more towards the left. This tells us that the field in view continues past the person's peripheral vision, giving it a more realistic effect that you are standing in the field. Back now to the randomly placed dots or tiny squiggles to represent the flowers further away, and it's the same when we go on to the pastel yellow. You will notice I have left gaps in between the rows of flowers. That is because the way that they have planted has left space for people to walk down the middle. Let's set down some groundwork now, focusing on the ground between the flowers and all the leaves coming from the tulips. Use the grey in an upside down V shape to represent the leaves that'll be above the ground level, and create small diagonal flicks with the green. The vivid green represents the leaves that catch more light than the others. Now onto dark green. Make more flicks in between the edges of the flowers to represent the darker leaves. Take your time on this and don't press too hard with the pen. Quick, small, sharp moves. I'm going to use the warm grey 170 now just to fill in any white gaps. We don't want to have a lot of the white background of the paper in view, as this will give the effect that it is actually just a picture, whereas the more realistic it looks, the more the person will appreciate it. Next up is using the bronze green. Now this is a time-consuming part, so I will speed it up for you. We're going to use this colour to put down all the green leafy areas left in the whole field. You must take your time and press so lightly when you're doing this, as the alcohol pens find it easy to bleed into the paper. We're going to use these next two colours to set down the remaining area of the grass on the field and the grassy hill just beyond that. Feel free to add detail to these areas. For now, I want to be simple with it, as I don't want it to take focus away from the tulips, but that might change, we'll see. Let's use a bright and vibrant blue for the sky. This is one of my favourite bits to start drawing. I feel that the sky sets the scene, gives you the emotions or mood behind the picture. So using a bright blue tells you that it's a wonderful summer's day. Makes you feel bright, happy and positive. Starting from the top and working down, making the blue closer to the horizon lighter. I've left spaces for clouds. This beautiful shade mixes in so well with the blue above. always try your best to blend the two colours together. The easiest way to blend two colours together is to go over them repeatedly. The best way that I can describe making marks in clouds so that they appear more realistic is that you create nondescript shapes, random round edge shapes. And they don't necessarily need to be put in a specific position. Next we're going to bring the windmill to life. We only need 3 shades of brown to distinguish the different areas of the structure, which is helpful if you have a smaller selection of colours to choose from. Use the 3 brown shades to draw out the main structures. Don't worry yourself with tiny details. Think simple. Simple can be effective, as you can see with this windmill. The final touch is now the shades of green for the bushes in the distance. Again, think simple, as the image overall packs a punch. You can skip little details and still have a very effective and pleasing piece of art. I hope you've enjoyed joining me on this Draw With Me video. Leave comments if you'd like to see more with voiceovers. Thanks all!